Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this map. It's a large map. It's a popular map. It's a wonderful map. It's this one. What the balls is this? I don't even know what this map is. It is green. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you someone else who's green. It's the one and only Harpner. He is in green trunks, and he is playing Protoss to the southwest of this map, which, I mean, it looks like... Is this a weird variant on... It looks like a weird variant of Tal'Darim. I mean, this looks like Tal'Darim, right? But what is this? This doesn't look like Tal'Darim. There's no rocks on the third. What? What? I have no idea what this is, folks. This is some weird Tal'Darim variant. It's some abomination. Some half-spawn. I don't know. Versus his opponent, it's Cloud from Team Alternate Attacks. He's in the blue trunks. He is playing Terran to the northwest. And we saw quite the engagement last time around. Very, very cool indeed between these two players. Harpner went for the Storm Drop, which took 7 workers out from the economy of his opponent there. Very, very nice. Good amount of damage done there. The second Storm Drop did fail. It was shut down, unfortunately. But Harpner going again for the Storm-heavy approach. Cloud running right into it. We had Cloud go for plenty of ghosts, but the feedbacks coming down from Harpner were excellent. We saw 3 ghosts go down in a nanosecond to a single Dark Templar. So really good engagements there. And eventually, with Harpner grabbing the economic advantage with that 4th base, actively denying the 4th for Cloud, he was able to take the game. Here's a big surprise. Cloud's going command center first. Yep, that's pretty damn common for Cloud. It really, really is. I love it. I absolutely adore the way that Cloud actually plays. It's just wonderful like that. It's fantastic. He plays like a Zerg player in that regard. He expands first and asks questions later. He is potentially vulnerable to early game aggression. He's also potentially vulnerable to Psy Storms, as it would seem. But hey, there you go. Cybernetic score on the way up right now for Harpner. Let's see if he decides to hold on to any kind of chrono boost. That could be indicative of what he decides to do. I don't think there's any kind of 4-gate action coming in because he's gone for the double assimilator very early on there. So we're going to put a probe in that assimilator, but hey, we can forgive him for that. It's all good. That's that taken out, and the probe cleared. Chrono boost is actually going in the gateway now. Not on the cybernetic score. Are we looking for early pressure in order to punish the greediness of Cloud? Looks like we are. Sensible way to do it. That early command center was scouted. Bunker is on its way up. There is a single Marine on the way. That bunker will be complete by the time those Zealots land. We're going to even... well, you could place an aggressive pylon, but there's no real point just yet because Warp Gate research is quite a way off. And there's a really fast Twilight Council right now from Harpner. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Probe shut down right there. A lot of SCVs pulled off the line. Cloud expecting some kind of aggression. As it turns out, this aggression is not designed to kill Cloud. Just try to keep him on his toes, keep him away from his base while this Twilight Council comes up. Is this going to be another direct switch into High Templar, or are we going to see DTs here? 1 base DTs would be rather weird, especially on 1 gate. Doesn't really make a lot of sense either, considering that Cloud's got 2 scans available. Why did he build the Twilight Council so incredibly early? It is going to be DT play. Huh. Well, there you go. I would expect a couple more gateways to follow up right there, and Harpner's going to be able to secure this area so he can place a proxy pylon in order to warp those DTs in and apply some pressure. Cloud consistently with 4 workers off the minimal line. I don't like that. I understand why he's doing it, because he wants to be able to immediately repair that bunker against any kind of pressure, but in reality, that's not actually required at this point. He could really go back to mining. He realizes that. He knows there's not a lot of pressure coming in. 2 orbital commands, and perhaps Harpner playing on the fact that Cloud is he's known for being really greedy. So he's going to use all of that energy, all of it, on mules. He's not expecting DTs at this point, and perhaps he should at least be keeping an eye out for that, thinking in the back of his mind, will there be DT play? Engineering Bay is on the way. That Engineering Bay is going to be up around the same time as that Dark Shrine. Is there a place to warp in? There is. These Dark Templar are going to end up hitting at a really awkward time right here for Cloud. Cloud can push this force of Harpner back, and it might end up revealing that proxy pylon. If that is the case, then he's going to be expecting some kind of shenanigans. However, Dark Templar are now available for warp-ins. Will Cloud see it? Oh, Cloud's out of position. He can't see the Dark Templar warp-in. And here we go. 2 DTs now warping in. And are there any scans available? There will be in about 5 seconds there. There is a scan available on the main. Are there enough forces in order to deal with that? One Marine already annihilated very, very easily. And down goes that missile turret as well. Another DT warped in order to deal with that. And this is a horrendous problem right now for Cloud. There are 2 scans available, and honestly, 2 scans are going to end up being needed. A lot of SCVs pulled off the line. There's the scan, but he's got no response to that DT over there. He can take down 1, but there's still 2 DTs, and there is another scan forced. Cloud has had to pull a huge amount of units off the line right there. Another scan in order to deal with those DTs. An extremely effective piece of economic harassment. No mining, and of course, plenty of scans wasted that could otherwise be mules. Harpner is fully capable right now of poking at that mineral line once again. He could do it. He's not feeling it at the minute. There we go, finally going for it. For some inexplicable reason, in the latest patch, the music gets quieter when you switch to some person's view. Why, Blizzard, would you do that? Another scan being forced down. Cloud is not happy about this at all. I'd say Cloud is a greedy player. Cloud likes to mine. He loves it. He loves that money, and he can't get it. And now a massive economic advantage available for Harpner. Not only does he have this big work account lead, he's been able to build up in the background, he has also denied a ton of mining right here for Cloud. Got more reactors coming down for Cloud as he goes for this trademark heavy bio approach. And now the transition for Harpner, now that he thinks that he's in a good position to do it, into High Templar. That's what we expect to see from him. +1 ground armor upgrade coming up. Let's have a look at the upgrade count, actually, for Cloud. Not pretty. Not what he wanted at all. He hasn't been able to mine the necessary gas. He actually doesn't even have any SCVs in that gas at all in order to get the heavy upgrades that he's used to. Harpner is playing him very well here. He's even supply blocked Cloud temporarily. And now, finally, this proxy pylon will be taken down. There is a DT sneaking around. May end up forcing yet another scan to pick off a couple of Marines for free. There's the scan forced again. Oh, and it's going to get away as well. No concussive shell upgrade. Oh, my. Cloud is in a terrible position right now. He really, really is. Harpner is playing extremely well. The DT play is excellent. The transition through to High Templar, if it's anything like the last game, will also be excellent. Really liking Harpner's style here. Very, very nice indeed. We don't usually see these big early game High Templar plays. That's very much a late game response. You usually see the Protoss going for a Colossi build. If that doesn't work, he'll transition through to High Templar. If his opponent gets too many Vikings on the field, he'll transition through to High Templar. If his opponent gets too many bio units, he'll transition through to High Templar. And of course, the possibility of Zealot Archon as well. But in this case, Harpner goes for these early game High Templar. A bit later on this time around, as you can see, but High Templar were down at about the 7 to 8 minute mark in the first game on Crevasse. Cloud now looking for a drop. Moving out the scouting factory to have a look around and see what it can see. Can damage be done? I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. How much energy has that Minivac got on? Not an awful lot, so it can't really be feedbacked. But that was easily repulsed right there. There is another drop coming in from this angle, however. That's a little bit awkward for Harpner to deal with. Going to be forced to warp in there. Some economic damage being dealt right now by Cloud. Forcing that work account off the mineral line entirely. And he's actually gone around in a really nice loop here. Notice the attack pattern. That's what I really like about what Cloud did. He started here, all the way around here. He had an escape route plan, and then he gets out of there immediately, and it gives him access to harass the third if he wants to do that. Brilliant, brilliant drop harassment. It's one thing you've got to consider if you want to drop. Yes, dropping is easy. Getting out of there intact, that's a different matter. If you lose more than you gain via a drop, then it's a waste of time. But I'm liking it. Cloud with a good angle of attack there. He had a plan, he went in, he executed it nicely. That's equalized it quite nicely. Cloud is actually in the lead now in SCV count. See how much damage he did. 11 workers killed on either side. He's actually caught up really nicely in terms of the economy by some great harassment. However, these DTs continue to plague Cloud. Really needs to perhaps get up some more missile turrets spread across this area. Drops waiting in the wings right now for Cloud. Not able to get in there just yet. Doesn't feel it. Can hardly blame him. Nice and easy responses right there from Harpner. It's a very small area to defend. Now, this is the time when a drop would be extremely effective. And Cloud, with excellent timing right now, straight onto the third. Once again, denying mining and doing a lot of economic damage. Forcing Harpner to pull back. Perfect. Now, the question is, can he get out of there intact? Yes, he can. This is the kind of play I'm expecting to see from Cloud. This is the kind of play people expect to see from Cloud. Really good execution, really good harassment. And once again, Cloud now coming in from this side. And once again, Harpner forced to pull back. Can't get in there. More damage done economically. That's 24 workers killed by Cloud. In the meantime, we've also got this planetary fortress right there, which is designed specifically to kill wandering probes. Cancelling a proxy pylon there as well. Finally, Harpner really needs to just get in there and do damage. He's got 10 High Templar on the field against only 2 Ghosts. This is the kind of army he needs to do huge damage. 78 army supply to 55. The drop in the main once again right now, there by Cloud. However, a Warpin able to respond to that. Is he able to get out there? Yes, he gets out of there. And in the meantime, there is the big engagement. Zealots coming in after that. A big storm on the mineral line. And lots of storms ready and waiting and eager to get their hands on anything that comes in that direction. Harpner now pushing forward. There's the EMP on the units and quite a few High Templar losing energy, but so many on the field right now. Bunkers decimated. A lot of SCVs being pulled right there. Good feedbacks coming down. No energy for the Ghosts. Big storms. Oh my, just sat in that one. Harpner smashing his way through the defensive line. In the meantime, we do have this drop down at the bottom, doing as much damage as it can, trying to deny the third, but I'm just concerned that Cloud doesn't have enough to throw this back. I don't know if he can hold it. Snipes off a High Templar. Only 2 High Templars available, but he does have a lot of energy there. GG, ladies and gentlemen. Harpner with excellent play once again.